Okay, it's Tuesday night. It's Crypto CJ's trade of the day, and today we're doing the panel discussion. I've got Frankie, a local friend of mine from the Phoenix area, and we got Ricky from Florida. I'm going to start immediately to share my screens because we're going to talk about Bitcoin and the dump. So as you can see, I got a little marked up chart here. This is the hour chart. 18.7% drop in 4 days and 3 hours. So, and then that's since September 1st through, well, as I said, 4 days. And then it's just trading sideways in this range ever since. So anybody can trade the market when it's going up, just about. So trading it when it's going down, going sideways, that can be a little trickier. So I'm interested in the panel's thoughts about what they're doing in this different kind of market. We haven't had to deal with this. It's probably been a couple months. You know, June was pretty mellow. July and August mostly trended up, and now we got this drop and the sideways action, or what some people would call a consolidation. I've been mostly inactive on a lot of my spot trading. I'll go ahead and start. So I've got over 20 positions open on Binance, which is the platform I use for spot trading, which I don't like that being, that inactive, but just waiting for most of my coins to come back from this drop. And this is tricky because, I've talked before about holding back a portion of your balance to trade Bitcoin drops. But when it does this ladder action, drop, sideways, drop, sideways, drop, each time I was trading, making 4 or 5, 6 trades in here, and a couple of them resolved in my favor, but most of them didn't. So it leaves me without much money to trade right now, and that's frustrating.
I will tell you what I did.
Yeah, Frankie, why don't you go ahead and chime in? Let me know what you're doing. I'll go over to FTX in a little bit.
I had probably 16 coins open, and they ended up settling, which was good. But then I got into other positions, and then BTC dumped, and it was just bad timing. So what I did is I took some of my coins that I could sell off with the least amount of loss to get some capital in, because I talked to CJ about holding back 25% of my balance to use for times like these. And when I trade aggressively. I'm like, I want the coin, I want it now. And then I sell it for a settlement, and I take my 1%, which has turned into like 3 to 5% now. So I kind of did get greedy, and I'm chewing my hand off for that. But now I'm just kind of sitting back waiting for things to settle themselves out.
Well, you said you got greedy. Are you describing holding out for 3 to 5% as being greedy as opposed to 1%, or I didn't quite follow that?
Well, I think being greedy is that I'm using up all of my balance instead of holding back some of it. I'd rather have the coin working than not. It doesn't do me any good. I see USDT just sitting in my account doing nothing. But at the time when I need it, that's where it becomes very valuable.
Yeah, I wouldn't label it as greed so much as money management. Okay. And we all need to do that. And I thought I was doing it correctly, and I got a rude awakening when we got the stair step drop, over a few days. I had money ready for this one, and even some more for this one, but this one, not so much. So, next thing I know, I got 20 plus positions and little to no money. I did sell a coin called VITE today for a loss to do the very thing you just described and free up some money for some additional trading. And I lost 40% on that, so that one hurt. Fortunately, I only trade 1 to 2% of my balance on each trade. I had ladder bought that one though, so I was in it at about 2% of my balance and took a loss. So, but we'll see if the money that I freed up compensates for that over the next week or two, and if so, then I'll be okay. But
okay.
All right, so Ricky, do you want to chime in on what's going on with you?
Yeah, I'm like everyone else. I haven't been trading as well. Waiting for for Bitcoin to, rally back up so I can get out of some of the positions I'm in. I guess the lesson that I learned, which I believe, number one, I'm probably not going to stay in trades longer than 2 days, I'm thinking. Because I was in some trade, I was, waiting for some two coins to resolve, and it was like I was in it for like it was going on 7 days, and then the Bitcoin, dump happened. And then also I was trading as well before the Bitcoin dump with, with the remaining balance that I had. And, that, like you said, that 1, 2, 3, big red candle dump right there, like messed me up as well. Cause I was in like 3 trades at a time when that happened. And then I was ladder buying all 3 of those trades because of that dump. And then now I'm stuck in everything. So I think for me, number one, like I said, I'm not going to, I'm not trying to be in trades no longer than 2 days. Number two, definitely you want to have capital reserved, enough capital reserved for those dumps. And 3, I really got to get this Fibonacci thing down. Because I'm with the strategy that I was talking about with the buddy coin crawler, and then I like the coins that are real high movers, so they're going up. And if I can incorporate that Fibonacci with that, I think I'll be good, hopefully. So
yeah, those are all tools we can use to evaluate trades. But even if you do everything perfectly,
yeah,
like this this chart I'm showing you is a Fibonacci.
Is that the retracement?
Yeah, this is the retracement on the 4-hour chart. It hit its high back on October 25th, so that's my high point. Its low, I think, is from late July. I'm scrolling way back here. July 16th is the low I'm using. So, it's got a pretty good range, and, it hit the blue zone, so it looked like it was going to come back, especially here, a few days ago, and then it just dropped again. It may go to this first line of defense or the last line of defense before having a really strong move to the upside. Or we just have consolidation here where people are trying to buy up for the next move up. So, and that's the other thing I want to talk about. What are your thoughts, on Bitcoin's future? I've tried to inform myself with with what some of the other what YouTube personalities think, like Crypto Revolution, BitBoy, and some of those. And BitBoy put out a good video, I think early this morning or yesterday, about the CME gap, which is a purely psychological thing. But I think I'll put a link to his video in the comments below to this one. I don't want to do a lot of analysis on the CME gap, but it's a futures thing that can affect Bitcoin and some of its trading patterns. So there's that, and I still think the overall market trend is up. These corrections happen. It's just weird when you get the stair step thing over 4 days. I don't recall that. We've had big dumps, and obviously the COVID thing in March comes to mind, and then 5 or 10% here and there, but 18% over a few days. I'm not sure how you really plan for that.
Yeah.
At least to the extent where you have money left at the end of the 4th step. 1, 2, 3, 4. So,
I also been looking at some news as well on BTC, and I don't know if you heard about that one article about like people was talking about like buy before Labor Day, because that the market is supposed to like turn up Labor Day going into October. And also I saw some articles that everything is, I guess, all of the markers are set in place for it to like hit 28,000. So I did see that. So yeah, I'm just
Okay.
hoping that it goes and does something
Something in
soon
that direction at
so I
least.
can get out of these
A
trades.
nice smooth arc. That's what we
Mm-hmm.
want. Just, you know, nice little wave.
Absolutely.
Okay. Well, I do have some good news in that I think I have to switch my screen though, because I'm going to use. I got a nifty new computer set. That's the good news. With dual
Um,
screen. So I'm going
hey,
to. Let's see. How do I do this? Screen share. Well, anyway, I was going to go over to the FTX platform and show you what I'm doing over there. And so
yeah, you
I
should be able
found
to
a
just screen share it and select the monitor.
screen. There we go. That's what I was looking for. And all right, do you see the FTX screen now?
Not yet.
Yeah,
No, I see you.
oh, oops. How's that?
There you go.
All right, cool.
Yep, there we go.
So I have been trading this bull coin the last couple days. And what I do is you see it, see all these where it's been touching down around 24, 20, 24.50 around here. So I've gone to bed and just set a buy order for 24.50. And I wake up, it's filled. And it's been popping really nicely. Like, I've got a 5-minute chart.
So it's been going to 26. That's awesome.
Yeah. So I've been in, let's do the most recent one instead of trying to go back. I got taken out of one this morning, right around 11:30 for about 2.8% using the this guy here, the trailing stop, which did not work in my favor on that particular trade. So when it came down again, I got in at 2,400 right about here, and I caught this candle here. I set my sell order at
Oh,
26.30,
nice.
Very nice.
and yeah, I was actually going to do a trailing stop, and it took me out at 9%. So that worked out pretty well. And
Tough
then
time.
when I saw it came back down again, I put my my buy order at 24.50, but it didn't reach it. So it came down some, and now it's going this direction. But I charted this. I put the Binance equivalent of this is on this this screen here. Do you guys see the Binance chart with my yellow line?
Mm-hmm.
So Frankie, if you wanted to trade this, you see how this is Bitcoin up,
Yep.
and you can see how it's wicking down here and here and here, here,
Yep.
here. So your range would be probably between 9.0 and maybe 9.2, and you could, and if this trend holds, I mean, it's gonna disappear at some point. If you get in between 9 and 9.2, you can probably get. I'm having a hard. Yeah, I haven't been able to get.
Now, CJ, how much does it need to move in a 24-hour period for it to be considered that trade? Anything like if you buy Bitcoin down in 24 hours, if it goes down, then you get 3 times your value. Is that it?
Right. For every percent Bitcoin goes down on a Bitcoin down coin, your Bitcoin down is going to go up. Now, what I'm showing you is the opposite, though. This is Bitcoin up.
Okay.
So what I'm suggesting is that you set a low buy order on Bitcoin up, let it catch that, and then since Bitcoin's been trading between this like 98.50 and like 10,100 range for the last couple of days, you could pop it once or twice a day for say 3 to 9%, and make some money during this weird time. So that's really what I was trying to show. I've done it, I think 3 times, maybe 4. Yeah, 1, 2, 3 times, and I've got that buy order I just showed you. So there you go. Hopefully you guys can use that.
Hmm.
Are you doing buy up, buy down, BTC up and down, Ricky?
Well, I would if I had money freed, but yeah, especially now, like definitely that strategy that CJ was talking about, like whenever like this dip like this,
Mm-hmm.
I'll be all over those bear coins right about now if I had money freed up.
Yeah,
Because I remember last time when Bitcoin tanked like that, I was on the bear coins and I was doing like like 10% a day.
yeah,
So
yeah. That's
that
the thing
strategy definitely worked.
that's the thing that flashed back to me when we were trading those coins back in February and March, and I think we both did pretty
Mm-hmm.
well on them. Though you did better than I did, but I was just learning them. But they moved to FTX, and it just seemed a more clumsy interface, and I wasn't comfortable with it, so
Yeah.
I sort of abandoned it. I got back to it when I started using this Altcoin Alert tool, and it was having low scores on certain coins, and so I was using FTX
Mm-hmm.
to trade those. Talked about those in a different video, but so then I thought, and I saw this bull and bear action going with Bitcoin. It just seemed natural to get back in, and
Yeah, and also like to piggyback off of that altcoin alert, what you were saying, like today, it was an alert saying that like Link was very bearish, right? So if I had money to trade, I would be looking at Link down or
mm-hmm.
Link bear, right? Because we know that if Link is bearish, then you know that those Link bear or Link down coins are gonna be rising in the uptrend.
Yeah, I agree. I had a nice result with Link Bear on Friday. I did actually a video just about that, and
Yeah.
it's on my
So whenever
channel.
like altcoin alert says like Link bearish, you can use that data and just say, okay, let me hop on the Link bear coin, and ride that. So there's a lot of different ways you could play it, even in the down market. You know what I mean? So yeah, to CJ's point, definitely ride those bear coins. And I think like on Binance, they have Tezos down, right, and Link down, I believe, and up too.
I think
Yeah,
so.
they have 4 or 5 of them. Ada comes to mind. I
Ada,
can't.
yep, Ada, yep.
I just decided for my own record keeping that I wanted to keep my my leverage trades separate from my spot trades. So
Right.
so I move those over. So my leverage I do on FTX, and my spot I do on Binance. But it doesn't really matter if now that Binance has those 3x coins, you can do it either way. And it wouldn't surprise me if
Yep.
I ended up getting back over to Binance, because maybe they have an up or a down coin that FTX doesn't have, or vice versa. So
Well, I mean, the thing that I liked about Binance's like up and down was that the 3x was kind of like built in, right? So it'll but it will work in. They had an algorithm, right? It'll work in your favor. So if it was like going up, I think it'll go up to like 5x or something like that, right? But if it was going down, it won't go down 5x. It'll go down like 3x.
interesting. I didn't know that.
You
I
know
have
what
to
I'm
check
talking
that out.
about? Like that's what Binance does. So yeah.
All
So it
right.
had an algorithm to work in your favor. Whereas, in FTX, if it's 5 up, 5 down, you know what I'm saying? Like if it goes down 3x, you're down 3x. If it goes up 3x, you're up 3x. So
Okay.
Binance was a little
Gotcha.
different.
I wanted to point out something on FTX that could be an issue, because it doesn't have a lot of volume. When I did my, you guys see this bull USDT? This is my trailing stop, so you could see all the orders that had to happen to make it to complete my trade, which was only about, I think, $300, not a huge amount of money. And you can see that I've got some slippage here. yeah, I made these separate trades, and actually this isn't showing quite what I meant. Oh, trailing stop, that's the thing. I need to get over to this screen. So here's the slippage: 25, 29, 26, 23, 23, 20, and 19 and 18. So, you know, I ended up, my sell order went down from 25, 29 to 29, 25, 18. Probably not a huge amount of money, but you know, every little bit helps out. Plus, I got hit with a fee each time. So if you're a market maker, you don't usually pay a fee on this platform. If you're a market taker, which is what I was on the trailing stop, then the fees are quite a bit higher. So I still did okay, but something to think about. All right.
Right on. Well, it's good to know that we're all in the same boat, all of us.
Yeah.
And I'm sure other people who watch this will be like, yeah, I'm feeling the pain too.
Yeah. But I wanted to point out, you know, there's some positive news, and that there are some, you know, tools or approaches available to us that we can use to make some money even during bad times or uncertain times. So
Right on, man. Well, very good.
I did want to talk one more thing, and that's you know, the circumstances of the loss I took today on VITE. I don't know if I mentioned that its volume had dropped 90% from when I bought it. Its volume was around 2 million per day. I think I bought it on August 31st, and then ladder bought it a couple days later. And when I sold it, its volume had dropped below 200,000 a day. So yeah, 90%. Hey, Ricky, you're muted, buddy.
No, I was saying, see what I
Yeah.
was talking about, CJ?
Yeah, so that's your 2-day thing. You know, I thought about that myself, and I can't quite, you know, do I hold what I want to do, and I've done this before. I even talked about it before. Is when the volume drops that much, it's not coming back anytime soon, usually, unless there's some freakish occurrence.
Yep.
So I went through my coins today and thought, what can I dump? Because I wanted to free up some cash. You know, Frankie and I were talking about it. We both like Tron for a few reasons, and I wanted to make another buy in Tron. And so VITE was the one that got booted. A couple others I have dropped below $1 million. I'm gonna have to think about. So we'll see if that happens.
But also, that's what I was talking about as far as like where I don't mess with those 2 million coins. It has to be like 10 million because of that example right there. You know, I've been stuck in so many times where it'd be like, you know, 2 million and then something to happen, like a Bitcoin dump or something like that. And then, you know, the coin would lose all this volume and it'd be like 200,000. And then it's like taking me forever and a day to get out of that trade. Whereas, you know,
Yeah.
if you're, you know, messing with like something like VET, you know what I mean? It can absorb that, you know what I mean? You can
Right.
still, you know, get out of, you know, out of that trade.
Right. What got me was there was a news item. I can't even remember what it was. I mean, it was less than a week, or a little over a week ago, and that's what, you know, I didn't do any analysis on the trade. I saw a news item that I think they had a partnership or something like that, and I've had really good results with that before, and so I just jumped on, you know, with a small buy, and then it went nowhere. So, but you know, the volume thing is something we talk about all the time. I don't usually look at anything under $1 million. Your guide on 5 to 10 million's a little higher than I want to be, but you know, it might come to that if Bitcoin stays this twitchy. So, all right, I think I'm gonna end my my recording here. So you guys stay on, but I'm gonna end that here unless you have something you think the viewers might want to know about. Okay.
No, this is
Wait,
just a part of being a day trader.
that's right.
Being able to stomach these dumps like that.
And I know this last one was really hard though.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that ladder thing. I
I
hadn't seen
think
that
this one
before.
caught everybody off guard.
Well, everyone
Yeah.
in our trading group got, you know,
Hammered.
yeah, I guess that's one way to say it. But you know, we're all confident
Yeah.
it'll come back, and so don't lose your mind
Understood.
just because there was a dump. So um,
Exactly.
that's all I have for Crypto
Thank you.
CJ's trade of the day, and I will see you guys tomorrow.